Hello, welcome to Take Two Tuesday. Here we are, the last episode for 2025. And if you saw in the title, we are changing this to Take Two Tuesday Express. So we are going to start having a little bit shorter version. I'm aiming for more like a half hour or less. So just so you know, it will be a little bit different. You won't have to hang out with me so long, but we'll still have fun. We'll still have fun. That's the main thing we're going to do. All right. So I want to welcome all of you. My name's Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life in Orange County, California. We are a card making company, scrapbooking supplies, all that kind of fun stuff. If you like to make your own cards, you like to work with paper products, crafting, that kind of fun stuff, we have it all. So if you want to check us out, go to thestampsoflife.com. Once a week, we get together, or I show up here, and we do this episode called Take Two Tuesday, where we go back in time, look at some items from the past here at the Stamps of Life that may have been forgotten, or maybe you've never seen them before, or maybe you have them at your house or in your craft room, and you just need a little reminder that this is something really awesome. So that's what we try to do. We kind of review some of these things from the past. I'll show you some card samples, maybe die cut a little bit. That's one way I'm going to save some time. I'm not going to do as much on the demo table as I have in the past, or I'll like pre-cut some of the things, those kind of things, to save us some time. But like today, we'll do a quiz. We'll end up with a good news we're going to kind of call the good news section now, where, we usually would have a Bible devotion. We'll kind of call it like the verse of the day or the verse of the week, however you want to look at it. Hopefully every day you have a verse to go and think about, but on Tuesdays you can share one Bible verse with me, and we'll talk about that just for a minute or two. And we'll have some fun. That is the point. We're trying to have some fun. You can see down below, we are going to have fun this week, all right? Guaranteed. Stephanie's Crafting Corner is going to be back this Thursday. So with the holidays, we had a couple, I think, misses, or we were on vacation and the Christmas came. And so we will be back, even though it is January 1st and officially a holiday. We are going to do Stephanie's Crafting Corner. So that will be fun. But even better, the night before, this Wednesday, New Year's Eve, yes, we're going to be live. We are going to be live because there's going to be a live release of new items from the Stamps of Life that will be on our website. Exciting time. So Stephanie's going to show off the new items that are all on flash sale. Don't forget that big flash sale this Wednesday night, live with Stephanie. And also the Die Hard Club and Stamp Club will be revealed at that time. So it will be a fun night. So make sure you save that. We don't usually go live on Wednesdays, so you want to be there, all right? It should be around 5 o'clock Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. And then welcome everybody in the chat. I see there are a bunch of you here. Hopefully a lot of you are enjoying your holidays. I hope all of you had a wonderful Christmas. And then I want to say Happy New Year to you, all right? We are almost there. 2026 is almost here, and 2025 we're going to be saying goodbye to pretty soon. I hope 2025 was a good year for you. If not, then let's say goodbye to 2025 and let's look forward to what 2026 will bring us, all right? And I will tell you, I'll save this for later, but what I'm going to talk to you about later on today is something really special that it would be a great way for you to end up 2025, and also at the same time a great way to start 2026. So that is a little teaser for our good news segment that we'll get to a little bit later. Okay, I have one camera I got to fix here that is not lined up, so let me get that real quick. I do have it connected, but I use this camera app and it is not functioning, is not set up, and it's nobody else's fault but my own. All right, but my own. Let's see, let me try to fix this real quick. Hopefully it will cooperate. It usually does, but every once in a while we have technology has its moments. Oh, it's looking good. Okay, so I'm going to get that connected. That way we can see some of our card samples a little bit better. That will be the plan there. We'll get that camera lined up. Thanks for bearing with me. So let's see. I do have a question for you guys, and I see a lot of you in the chat. Make sure you answer and make some more fun if you participate. I see a lot of you are chatting and talking with each other, and that's great. I love that you do that. But this doesn't necessarily have to be a New Year's resolution, but is there something that you would like to change or something you would like to do different as we think ahead in 2026? So if you want to post that in the chat, that would be great. If it's real personal, you don't have to, but you can just say, yep, there's something I'm working on. Or if you want to put it out there and say, hey, I'm going to do this in 2026. I'm going to make this change. You can call it a resolution if you want, or just something, we all need to be improving on our lives all the time, right? We can always do things better. So maybe if you're a shy person, I'm going to be more outgoing this year. Or maybe if you're like an over the top, outgoing, crazy kind of person, I'm just going to kind of tone it down this year. This couple of things that I thought. Or maybe the house is really messy. I'm going to make sure this one room in my house is tidy all the time. Or I'm going to make sure, this is one I really try to do. I'm going to make sure I don't miss any bills and I don't have any late payments and I don't get charged any extra fees. And I really, really try at that. But every year, like something sneaks in and gets by me and I get, it makes me so mad. You know how they charge you an extra interest or some penalty if you're late. So I try my best to avoid those kind of things, to make all my payments on time. So I have most of them scheduled and everything, but every once in a while one sneaks by. So I think that's a yearly resolution. See how long I can go into the year without getting dinged for missing a payment or being late or one of those kind of things. And it's usually just, I have the money. It's just like some kind of oversight. Like I put the mail off to the side and I don't look at it until it's too late. So tell me in the chat something that you would like to work on this year. That's just for fun. And I already told you mine. I am going to try my best to make sure there are no late payments. There are no interest charges or fees or penalties or any of that stuff. I'm going to do my best. All right. Okay. We are going to what I told you about. We do have, which is exciting, because it came out just the day before Christmas and we were so busy, you might have missed this. But last week, let's see if I can get rid of this. We introduced a new Fold It Club. So if you are a Fold It Club member, I actually did get them all shipped out the day after Christmas. All right. So it was introduced on the 23rd. And shipped by the 26th, all of them. So we have a new Fold It Club, and I want to introduce that to you. I do not have any of the card samples, but I do have the items at least. So let me find this real quick. Nope. Oh, there we go. New Fold It Club called Make a Wish. Make a Wish. So let me show you what you get. This is in the mail and on its way to you. And hopefully my camera really is working. Yeah. All right. So of course you're going to get I don't know if that helps or not. You're going to get a nice little idea card, and it does have some good ideas. It's kind of birthday themed, but you can add your sentiments down there. It comes with the Make a Wish, the shadow and the words, but if you have your own words that say happy birthday or happy anniversary or let's celebrate, or you can mix and match. So I want you to know that. Excuse me. Let me hit my cough button here. It says Make a Wish. You can use that, of course, that's great, but you don't have to, okay? Think of some different ways, some different sentiments you might add there. I think all of our samples say Make a Wish, but you might have some other sentiments you want to have there, all right? So think about that. You get the idea card. If you add it on the stamps, you're going to get this stamp set. And it has some, can I get that in there? Some happy birthday. Here's to dreams coming true. A candle for every wish. Bunch of fun sentiments on there, okay? That's part of the add-on. If you are in the Fold It Club and you added the stamps, you're going to get that. And then the folded dies. I counted either 7 or 8 dies are going to come in this set, okay? 7 or 8 dies. And a Fold It Club Fold-It card is a shaped card, so it's shaped like birthday candles, and you'll see it has the words down there and it has some decorations, and you can have fun with that. I've seen this made as a shaker card, added to a front of a card, or just stand alone as a Fold-It card. And then also you get the stencils, which say small present and candle stencils. So those are all going out. If you're not in the club, you can still sign up. There's still time to join. We just started this, so it's going to be around. And this would be a fun way to start off the new year by, if you're not a Stamps of Life Club member, joining the club. Why don't you do that? Think about that. I'm sure a bunch of you watching, probably most of you are club members, right? I think all of you are in clubs. Actually, if you are a club member, why don't you tell us in the chat what club you're in? Because there might be some people new or maybe who aren't in the chat that are wondering, what is this Stamps of Life stuff about? So if you're in a club, let us know and tell us what club you're in. And that's just for fun, so everybody knows. Yes, Ruth, thank you so much for the nice gift card you sent me. I did get that. We were late getting some of our mail, so that was really appreciated. So I will enjoy a nice lunch. Thanks for thinking of me. And then I saw that Brock, you said, is back in the hospital. So I'm going to write that down right now before I forget that I will be praying for him, okay? Keep us updated. I hope you're doing okay. And so, yeah, welcome all club members. And then if you're new to the Stamps of Life, you can see a lot of our friends who are viewing are club members. They have a lot of fun. And you have the chance to join in too, all right? Don't miss out on it. Okay, let's get going right now. We're off and running. We are going to look at this today, the Stamps of Life Birdhouse Folded Card Die Set. This is from, let's find that. This is from, I think this one's been on the Stamps of Life website and also on HSN. It was not, if you're wondering, it was not a Folded Club shipment. So this is kind of like an extra. Hang on one second. I dropped one of my samples. And I will show you here on the website what it looks like. Whoops, not that one, almost. That's our die cutting area. So there is the die set you're going to get. Includes 6 dies. This section here, you can kind of paper piece it, all right? The main die is going to do the background, the card base, and then there are a bunch of fun samples. And you can see kind of how you can mix and match patterns and solid papers. This is all on the website. Very cute stuff. Like spring, winter, if you want to have winter birds, spring birds, any time of the year you can use this, a birdhouse. It's going to work. Here, our designer has trimmed it down and put it on the front of a card. So different ways you can use it. Again, it's 5x7 inside, so a lot of nice space to work with. And then you'll have some of the other bird-related items on the website. Okay, let's go ahead and look at, I'm going to grab these samples here real quick. And we're going to go through those. And so I've got a bunch. You can see, I think this was first on I don't know what way, but I think it's been on Home Shopping and also on the Stamps of Life, both. So we have it, and here we go. Let me show you the samples because there are a lot of good ones. All right, here we go. Nice and simple. I am not quite getting on the screen here. Sorry, I didn't have this lined up really good. Oh no. I think I took a picture. It's frozen. Hang on. I got to unfreeze this now. What did I do? There we go. Sorry. I hit the wrong button and I kind of froze my camera there. Let's try again. Nope, don't hit that button again, Ken. All right, there's our little stand. All right, so let's go through. I do have a bunch of samples, so I'm going to kind of motor through these fast, all right? But it'll give you lots of ideas. A lot of these are great if you do just a little bit of shading on the colors. Adds a lot of extra interest. Again, this is Stamps of Life Birdhouse Fold It. You have the option here is on the side, a side fold. And I'm not sure if I have any top folds here, but you can do a top, so I'll watch for that. And it works with all kinds of different colors. Look at this, fun patterns, different colored birds. It does come with 2 little birds in it, so that is fun. There we go. I'm still waiting for a top. No tops yet. That would make a really big card. Pretty one there. And you can just see, like, just about any stamps or dies that you have, they're going to really be a nice addition to your card. Here's that one that we talked about. This looks like a 4x4 card or something, and they've just trimmed down the top of that right on there. And here we go. This one says hey, but nice bright colors. And again, you can do a top fold but I haven't seen anybody use that choice yet. So let's keep looking. All sides. I love you, it says. Easy, easy. Add some sentiment, some of your artwork, and you'll be good to go. Birthday, thinking of you card, get well. Ooh, so many ways you can use that. Okay. I told you I had a bunch here. I told you I had a bunch. Our design team really loved this one, apparently. Here's a nice, simple, basic. I found a top one. So there you got that. And you can also open it up like that. See? So kind of fun. And then here's this one here. Whoops. A couple more. And we'll finish up two more card samples for you. So that is all from our design team. I have way more samples here in the studio than you'll find on the website, but there are some good ones there. And if you go into the gallery too, you'll find some good stuff as well. All right. So that is our birdhouse. Let me show you real quick how that works. I'm going to go ahead and move over to my machine now. What I did was kind of set up this machine here. Let me get that. Oh, did that flip over yet? Here we go. I have already run this through the machine. So I created the base. Let me get all this out of the way. I created the base. And so that would be the base of your card there. And then you're going to add your card front on top of that to cover that up. All right, that's how a fold it works. But prior to that, I did run it through with a couple different times. So I have a big selection because you can kind of paper piece this all together, which is what we're going to do. Kind of fun. So I'm going to do one more color. I'll show you how we do that. Let me drop all this off to the side over here, and we'll come back to that. And I'm going to run this through here. Again, you might be used to me going on and on and on forever, but our episodes will be a little bit shorter now. I'm trying this new Take Two Tuesday Express version. Now, if you've never been to our website, if you see that little QR code, which is right up there, that will get you to the Stamps of Life website. If you just point your camera on your phone on there, that will get you to our website. So if you're wondering what we're all about and what we have to offer you, information about our clubs, any of that kind of stuff, you can check it out on the website. So I was telling you again, it comes with the birds. To make the base and the outline of the card, that's the die that I use. And then this is the one that gives us the inside, the main portion of the card, or the parts you really see. But you see how it's got these little cut lines. So it gives you the option to paper piece. We're going to kind of do that. I'm not super good at paper piecing, but because it kind of takes a little extra patience. And I'm sure once you get good at it, you can do it really fast. But I'm still a little bit slow paper piecer because I haven't learned exactly how to keep everything nice and organized. And I get one piece of the card in place, and then the other one kind of moves out of place. So I'm trying my best to fix that up. So here we go. We're going to run this through our die cutting machine. And this will give us a third color. I showed you I had that red and then kind of like a beige color. And we can just kind of mix and match some things and at least get our card started. So I'm going to get the die cutting machine out of the way. Move that here. So I just ran that through and cut the card. We're going to do our New Year's quiz here in just a minute. So hang in for that. That will be fun and something everybody can participate in. Now I need to bring all this over that I have cut, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And this will be the start of that can go down there. We've got these nice pretty colors, so you can see how it has cut all this, but when you take it out of the paper, see how it's in different pieces. So my goal is to somewhat keep that part together because the other parts I have already made a big mess out of. So you can see I ran it through twice yesterday, practicing and getting ready for this, and I kind of looking good, but kind of all over the place. So for me, I'm going to put a card off to the side that I can see and kind of gives a reminder of how everything lines up. And I'll just kind of start building this. Again, this is the folded part of our card, the base. we're going to decorate some of this one and it gets added on to the top of that. So we can grab a couple pieces here and let's kind of work from the top down. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to put a little adhesive on here first, so everything will kind of stay in place. We're not being exact. And I chose all solids, but I want you to know there's no exact right way to do this. So if you wanted to do pattern papers like this card here, it's got some patterns in there, right? There's some patterns and you've got some solids you can mix and match. I also see that some of this, some of our designers are using the adhesive foam to give it some depth. That makes it interesting. I'm going to start off with the roof up there, and you have a nice border. And I chose the white, but some of our designers chose like a brown for the base, and it can be any color you want. Here, this one has like the ginger snap color, like a craft color. You can do that. And let's see. So now it's kind of where it goes crazy a little bit because I don't have everything lined up exactly how I should. So I believe this piece will go right up there. So we'll add that in there. And if I want to stay with the red, I'm going to look for the little triangle that goes in there. And I think this should be up just a little bit higher because there shouldn't be a border there. So let's try that. That's good. And we've got the little top piece there. We'll just go a little bit down. So I'm just showing you how this works. If I wanted to add from the blue that I just colored, the pool color, I can go ahead and add this into the center there. And of course, if you were taking your time, you'd get everything lined up just right. But I'm just giving you a sense of how you can work with this. So we've got those two colors, and I'm just, for fun, I'm going to switch over to the blue here. Let's see if I have that. How does that work? Okay, that one goes there. That goes there. That piece will fit right in there. And then we're switching to the next roof. So let's see, maybe we want to have a red roof here. So you can paper piece it all together however you like. No right way or wrong way. Again, the samples I was showing you had the different, some really nice different colors in there, all up to you. So that gives you an idea. We are going in the right direction. If I want to switch to blue, now I want to go with back to the pool down here. I could do that. And if I just wanted to have white right here in the center, I could just take that out of there. So that's the fold it. And this is kind of the paper piecing version of this one. Not all fold its are like this, but this one just happens to be one where you can mix and match, get lots of different colors, quick and easy, and make the card to be just what you want it to be. All right. So again, we can go kind of basic like this one, or we can get a little more fancy like this one here. There's no right way, wrong way. Again, some of these that I saw, I like this one, a little bit different colors. I did see some shading on some of these earlier. Now I can't find them. But anyhow, lots of great designs, lots of different options. You can make this card be just how you want it to be. So much fun. And this is a good example of the pieces. Here's a little bit of shading on that one. I like how it just gives some different color to the birdhouse. All right. So that is the Fold It Club, not Fold It Club, the Birdhouse Fold It from the Stamps of Life. It is an easy one to work with once you get the hang of kind of piecing all the paper together. All right. So you'll want to practice with that a little bit because I haven't practiced a lot. And so I would get one piece kind of in place and then the other one would get out of place. So whatever you got to do, I think it's best to make sure you have lots of adhesive on there and maybe even kind of map it out before you do it. And if you wanted to do some of the shading like I was telling you about, you might want to do that ahead of time as well. All right, let's see our game. Our game is, or our quiz. Let me find that real quick. Where is it? We have a New Year quiz. And so everybody's going to help me out. All right, let's do this quiz. And this will just be for fun. We'll see. We do this. not as really part of crafting, but just to hang out and have some fun together and exercise our brains a little bit. I need to exercise. Sometimes I'm just thinking stamps alive, and that's great and everything. But I like to do some different things too and learn about some other stuff. So we're going to do this quiz here, and you can help me out. I will pick the answer that most of you vote for, and I think there's like 15 questions here or something, but we'll see how many we get right. I'll try to keep tabs. Hopefully we get them all right. Here we go. I'm going to present this page so you can see it. Yep. Whoops. We're going to share a screen and the New Year quiz. Here we go. I don't think it's too hard. All right, our first question is, what is the purpose of the first footing tradition in Scotland on New Year's Eve? First footing. Has anybody heard of that? I have to say I have not. Is it to exchange gifts with neighbors, to bring good luck for the coming year, to perform traditional dances, or to light fireworks? Does anybody know what the first footing tradition in Scotland is for? It's on New Year's Eve. Why do they celebrate that? First footing. I've never heard of that, so somebody's got to help me out. Help me out in the chat. Answer right in the chat and let me know. Let me know. Good luck. Good luck. We've got a couple guesses. I think that's probably a good guess, right? Wouldn't you think? Nope. Teresa says, SMA Craft says a question mark. Let's try it. Yeah, that was right. To bring good luck. To bring good luck for the coming year. The tradition involves being the first person to enter a home after midnight, and it is believed that the first footer will bring good fortune to the household for the rest of the year. The person is often expected to bring gifts such as coal, whiskey, or shortbread as a symbol of prosperity and hospitality. Wow. Okay, here we go. Next question. What first name or nickname would you, that's not, what is this? What is the, I don't know why they're asking that one. I'm going to just type my name in. What is the traditional New Year's Eve song? This should be easy. Is it Jingle Bells? Is it Hark the Herald Angels Sing? Is it Deck the Halls? Auld Lang Syne. What does that stand for? Auld Lang Syne. Like, is that for old times or something like that? So I'm going to pick that one. Auld Lang Syne is the traditional New Year song. It's a Scottish poem written by Robert Burns in 1788 and set to a traditional folk tune. It stands for Old Long Since or Days Gone By. How about that? Question 4. Who hosts the annual Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve TV show in the United States? Now, I believe Dick Clark passed away, right? So who hosts it now? Is it Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Ryan Seacrest, or Mariah Carey? Does anybody watch that one? Ooh. See, I've already gone past my time. It's 10:30 already. Darn, I was aiming for 30 minutes. So who hosts the Rockin' Eve TV show in the United States? Does anybody know that one? Ryan Seacrest. Okay, we got a couple votes for that. Ryan Seacrest is a well-known American television host and producer. He's been hosting it since the mid-2000s. What is the name of the famous ball drop event that takes place in New York City on New Year's Eve? Is it the Big Apple Countdown, the New Year's Rockin' Eve, or Times Square ball drop, or none of the above? I'm leaning to Times Square ball drop. What do you guys say? What do you say? I am saying Times Square. Sarah says Times Square also. Anybody else going to back us up? No. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's try it. I think this is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, so we've all seen that. Since 1907, wow. In Scotland, why do they keep asking us these Scotland questions? What is this website? It must have something to do with Scotland. What is the first visitor to your house after midnight on New Year's Eve called? We already did that one. Why did they answer the same question? In Brazil, okay, here we go, something different. New Year's Eve is celebrated on the beach. Which color do people traditionally wear during celebrations? New Year's Eve in Brazil. Has anybody been there? What do they wear? Black, gold, white, or blue? I would be guessing if I said any of these. I do not know. What do they wear in Brazil on the beach to celebrate New Year's Eve? Does anybody know this one? Seems kind of random, but maybe one of you know. I don't know. Black, white, gold, blue are our options. White, says Peggy. Uh-oh. Blue, says Connie. Are you guys guessing? Teresa says gold. My guess is gold, says Barbara. Well, we got a couple gold guesses. Anybody really solid? The first two are just opposites, so that kind of threw us off. And then we got another gold. Let's try gold. Could be wrong. If you said one of the other colors and you got it, I'm sorry we didn't listen to you. Let's try gold. White. If you said white, you were correct. White, white, white. 8. What country celebrates New Year's Eve by smashing plates on their friends' doors? Oh, boy. Have you ever had somebody smash a plate on your door? That would be my question for you. What country celebrates that? We're going to go smash some plates on our friends' doors. Is it Denmark, Italy, Germany, or Greece? You know where plate smashing comes from. Greece, says Don Young. Greece. Anybody else? Italy, says SMA. Don was pretty quick there, so we'll see if anybody else backs that up. We've got Greece, Italy. Is that it? Nobody else? You guys are slow typers today. Greece, says Teresa. Okay, we're going to try Greece. Let's see. Let's try Greece. Boom. It was Denmark. Denmark. Ooh. Nobody guessed Denmark. How about that? In Denmark, smashing plates on friends and neighbors' doors is a beloved New Year's tradition. Okay. It symbolizes friendship and good fortune. There you go. The more broken plates you find outside your door, the luckier you are thought to be. All right. Who cleans that up? I don't think you feel very lucky when you have to clean all that up, right? What is the name of New Year's Eve celebration in Scotland? What? It's not St. Patrick's Day. It's not Oktoberfest. Bastille Day. No, it's got to be this first one. Hogmanay. I'm just going to guess this one because I don't know. Yeah, okay. That was the only one that didn't see. In which country do people traditionally eat 12 grapes at midnight on New Year's Eve? Wait, who said that? I got it right. I said Denmark, said Rochelle. Good job. So in which country do people traditionally eat 12 grapes at midnight? Is it Mexico, Spain, Italy, or Brazil? 12 grapes at midnight. 12 grapes at midnight. Anybody know that one? I don't know. I'm guessing that it's Italy or Spain, but I don't know. Brazil, says Ruth. Okay. I wasn't going to guess that one. Who else? 12 grapes at midnight. Mexico. We're guessing them all. Guessing Italy. Mexico, Kellyanne says. Oh, we're not doing good when we just guess. We're not sounding too solid on this one. So we're going to go with Ruth. She was first, but I'm saying it's one of those European ones. It was Spain. In Spain, it's a tradition to eat 12 grapes at midnight on New Year's Eve. You're supposed to have good luck and prosperity. Everybody wants to have good luck and prosperity, right? When they think of a new year. Don't you kind of think that's true when you get to a new year and starting off, you get like a fresh start, you can leave the stuff behind and look forward to something new. I think that's the point. Number 11, which city is known for the Copacabana Beach New Year's Eve party in Brazil? Which city? Is it Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, Salvador, or Brasilia? Which city has the Copacabana Beach New Year's Eve? Who parties in Brazil? That's what I want to know. How are we supposed to know this? Rio, says Sarah Fast. Excuse me. Everybody's saying Rio. Okay, let's go for that one. What food is traditionally eaten in the southern United States on New Year's Day for good luck? So if you live in the South in the United States, hang on. What do they eat for good luck? Black-eyed peas, cornbread, fried chicken, or apple pie? Are any of you from the South? Good luck. Good luck. Peggy says black-eyed peas. She was pretty fast at that one. Anybody else? Oh, okay, we got a couple votes for that. Right, good. A staple in the southern U.S. symbolizes prosperity and good luck. All right. Among the following, which country is the first to celebrate New Year's Eve due to its location? So, who is closest to the international date line? Is it Australia, New Zealand, Russia, or China? I am guessing it's New Zealand, but I could be wrong. So tell me in the chat. I think it's either Australia or New Zealand. Where do they start the new year first? Which one of these countries? The United States must be one of the last, but who is first? Australia, says Teresa. New Zealand, says Carol. Let me see. It's one of those, Australia or New Zealand. Well, I see some votes for Australia, Russia. I'm going to, this one's on me, you guys. I will take responsibility if we're wrong. We got that one right. The date line runs through the Pacific Ocean. New Zealand is one of the first countries to experience the new day. After New Zealand, then comes Russia and China. Australia must be close. Australia is located further west of New Zealand. Which country celebrates the new year by breaking pomegranates for good luck? All right. Is it Greece, Turkey, Iran, or Egypt? Breaking pomegranates for good luck. Where do they do that? Breaking pomegranates for good luck. And then if you're getting ready for our good news segment, we're going to be looking at Romans 10. Our verse will come from Romans 10. Which country do they break pomegranates for good luck? Everybody wants good luck. Yeah, see how we learn stuff, right, Teresa? It's good. It's good. Pomegranates. I would guess it could be any of those countries. I don't know. Where do they grow pomegranates? Nobody. Egypt. SMA, we're going to go with yours. I think we're all guessing. So this is a tough one. Nobody's popping in with a sure answer. Greece, says Peggy. Let's try Egypt, but it could be Greece. Let's try. It was Greece. Don't give up, Ken. It says, last one, finish with everything you've learned. What? Okay, this is a funny one. What color underwear is traditionally worn for good luck in Brazil on New Year's Eve? It's funny how people have all these traditions. So what kind of underwear are you going to want to wear for good luck? Especially if you're in Brazil. Red, yellow, blue, or white? Now, before it was white, right? That had to do with that. So are you still supposed to wear white underwear for good luck? What do you guys say? Didn't we guess white before on one of them? White. Or we should have guessed white and then we guessed gold. Are we sticking with white? Red? Everybody's kind of saying red. All right. My vote is for white. See? They said white before and it was still white. Okay, here's our results. I'm going to say not too good, but I can only take partial blame for this. Here we go. View my results. 5 wrong, 9 right. Yeesh. That's like not even 2 out of 3. We barely got a D, you guys. A D. Five. That's not good. Like right mid-range of a D. D. A D. I'm typing in there. That's bad. But hopefully we learned something good about New Year's Eve, right? Hopefully we learned something about these other people's traditions, and at least we can take that with us. All right. All right, we're moving on. I've got my Bible app here, and I'm going to open it up. Romans 10, and we're going to get our verse for today, and then we're going to finish things up here real quick. So our verse comes from Romans chapter 10. And I know we have talked about this many times here in the past. Oh, let me get rid of that little icon down there. But you know, one thing is none of us, there's nothing we can do to, how can I say, where is that? Birdhouse. None of us can make ourselves right with God, right? We know that. We can't be good enough to earn God's favor. We've talked about that many times. So this verse kind of has the answer for that, because we want to be right and we want to be connected with God. So what can we do? What can we do? And I was telling you, this is something, if you haven't done in the past, maybe it's something, again, that you want to do to finish up this year, or as you think into the next year, that you want to take seriously and put into action. So this is really important verse. So it tells us exactly how we can get right with God. There's no works, there's no words, there's nothing I could say and nothing I could do that would ever make me right with God, except for what this verse has to say. So I'm going to pop that up for us and we'll read it together. So Romans chapter 10, verse 9, it says that if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, you will be saved. So that would be my question. And I have to even ask myself, have I confessed, have I declared that Jesus is my Lord? And if I haven't, I have the freedom, I have the option, as we're talking about it, we can do it right now. So make Jesus your Lord, the Lord of your life, the one you want to serve, the one you want to follow. You're choosing to believe in him. You can do it right now, this minute. You don't have to put it off. And I would advise, don't put it off. It's really important. So you don't want to delay this decision, but you confess that Jesus is Lord. And then it says you believe in your heart. That means you're like really sincere that God has raised him from the dead. So Jesus lived, he died, and then he was resurrected. He was alive again, and then he went on to heaven. So we're in agreement. We believe with what God has done, and the gospel that we talk about, we believe it and we receive it and we say, yes, Jesus is my Lord. And then it says, you will be saved. What does that mean to be saved? It's like we're rescued. We're rescued from being. Why do we need to be saved? Because otherwise, if we don't do this, if we don't confess that Jesus is Lord, if we don't trust in the plan that God has set forth, we are at risk of being separated from him for all of eternity. Now, we know when we think back to this year that's just passed, time's gone by pretty fast, right? I am 57. I'm coming up on 58. And when I look back in life, it has gone by really fast, right? So time goes by so fast. And we're limited here. Maybe we'll make it to 75 years or 80, or maybe some of us will like go off the charts and hit 90 or 100. It gets more and more rare. But when you look back, hasn't that time gone by so fast? But the great thing is eternity goes on forever. There's no end. It's like our brains can't even understand it. But do you want to be saved? And do I want to be saved? Do I want to have this life that goes on forever, being in a part of God's plan and a part of God's kingdom? It would be a wise choice for us to do, to make that choice today, to say, yes, I want to be a part of God's kingdom. I want to start following Jesus today. So it's really, really simple. It's not complicated. You don't have to do anything special. It's really just coming from your heart, authentically saying, Jesus, I want to follow you. Father, I believe in your plan for me and for the people that you love, and I'm going to trust in you. And when we do that, we are, what the Bible says here, saved. We are a part of God's kingdom. He starts working in our lives in special ways, and he's going to use you and do amazing things through you, and the same for me too. So once we connect with God, we're never, ever alone again. We're never, ever alone again. That's kind of just comforting and fun just to know that. Even while we're here on earth, God is going to be with us. And then when we go on into eternity, we're going to be with him forever and ever. So give that some thought. Easy thing to do. Just pray you in a quiet place, or if you need somebody to pray with, find somebody to do that with, or I think it would be a great way again to enter in 2025 and start 2026. So give that some thought. I hope that if you are connected with him, that today will be the day that you will even connect with him even more. So if you're already a Christian, if you're already serving and following Jesus, this will be a special year. You'll be even more connected with him. That's my goal. I want to know Jesus a little bit better this year. I want to become more like him. I want God to work in my life in those special, amazing ways. So I hope you feel that way too. And again, if you haven't made that step, go ahead. Go ahead. Now's the time. Now would be the perfect time for you to ask Jesus into your heart and say that you're going to believe in him and trust in him, and then see what he does. Ask him to show you, guide you, direct you. He will. He's interested in you. He loves you. I want you to know that. Sometimes I read comments where somebody says, I didn't know that God loved me or God cared about me. So I hope you do know that. That's a real emphasis we have here, that God is gracious towards us and kind towards us, and he wants to bless us. Okay, that is it. Remember, I told you we have a big release Wednesday night and then Crafting Corner Thursday. So we have a lot to look forward to. I'm a little bit over time here, but I'm getting better. So I'm going to keep trying to scale it down. And I'm out of here. Have a great, wonderful day. Thanks again for helping me out on the quiz. We'll take a D. Next time, I know when we start off the new year, we're going to do better on our quizzes, but we'll keep having some fun. Have a nice day. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate all of you. I'll be praying for all of you as you finish up the year, and then excited for what God will do in all of your lives in 2026. All right. Be blessed. Be thankful. Enjoy the day, whatever you're up to today. And then I will see you. I should be on Crafting Corner, at least my voice, on Thursday. And I'll be around there on the release on Wednesday night. All right. God bless you. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.